Been watching an awful lot of the Food Channel. Our videos are like comfort food for your brain, so stay tuned. Live from Cave Creek, Arizona, it's That Painting Show, starring the Color Queen.
Hi folks, my name's Beth Zink. Welcome to day 11 of That Painting Show. We are back in our Cave Creek studio, and these are some of my paintings. Today I thought we'd do an overview of what we've talked about in the last several segments. The elements of art: color, line, texture, shape, form, value, and space. But first, Dr. John, who is today's lucky duck?
Lucky duck is Bill from Minnesota.
Bill! Hey, Ducky. Bill, what does Bill want? Bill said, hey, Beth, when are you going to show us another step-by-step painting? Well, you know, Bill, next segment is our virtual open house. You know, we had to cancel our open house because of the virus, so we're doing a virtual one in the next segment. But after that, I'll think of something new, and we will take 3, 4, 5 segments and go through it step by step. So stay tuned. All right, we talked about color, line, texture, shape, form in no particular order. I am just going to show you what I was after in these paintings. This piece right here is called Three Pink Ladies, and it has a lot of texture, as you can see here. Also has those complementary colors, red versus green, has some nice texture in here. Value changes, we talked about lightness or darkness of a color. See how the light pink that's catching the backlight down to the darker colors.
Hey, Queenie, how did you make that red?
Which red? This one?
One below.
Well, oh, this. Okay, well, this is, cadmium red is your medium red color. And then to make it lighter, if you add white, you're going to get pink. So I don't add white. I actually use a color called cadmium red light. So that's kind of, it makes it a little more red-orange. And then where it's darker in here, I use alizarin crimson. And sometimes when I want it really dark, I use purple.
Well, then another question, Teach, how do you decide what color background?
Well, it kind of depends on the mood I'm trying to create. You know, color does give paintings mood. This particular piece had the photograph had such great backlight that I thought, well, with those white edges of the flowers, a super dark background. This looks like black, but it's not. What I do for black is I mix 3 of the darkest colors. This was purple and green and violet, maybe even a little bit of blue in it. So that's how I made that black. It's not as hollow as plain black. It has actually some color to it.
Looking good.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Not yet.
Okay. Here's another example. This is my newest painting called Full Bloom. It has a great example of texture. Look at the golden barrel cactus, the texture that's in them, and the forms in the octopus agave, and the spines on the cactus. There are just so many things going on in here. It's probably way too busy, but I love this painting.
Well, Queenie, another question. How long does it take to paint that size piece with all the detail?
This one took me about a week, so I'd say 30 to 40 hours. There was a lot going on, a lot of color changes and a lot of different forms, but I'd say any of these paintings probably between 30 and 40 hours. Here's another example of warm colors. When we talked about color, warm colors. Here are your lines, here's your texture, here are your forms, the buds, the flowers. So as you can see, they're all interrelated. Every element of art is interrelated. You can't do a painting without using all of them. Sometimes it's more important, one element's more important than another. Of course, my favorite of the elements of art is color. I love using especially complementary color. The reason there's a red sky here is because I had a green cactus. I wanted that powerful, dramatic color change.
What's the painting. What's the title?
The title of this painting?
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's two of them. And they're called These Arms, 1 and 2. So
Oh.
our arms, get it?
All appropriate.
So today's super sale, I think that's probably enough to give you a good sense of what's going on here. Today's super sale of the day, we have, even though it's May, we are continuing all our sales on our note cards, tiles, clays, pillows, we have a few left, and purses, special pricing on purses. But I wanted to introduce a new product, or a product to you today that you may not have seen before, and that is called a silhouette. You okay, Sophie? Sophie's snoring, I think. Anyway, this is outdoor art. It's printed on aluminum with UV ink, cut out with a laser. They come in 5 colors: red, orange, blue, green, and purple. They have a museum mount on the back so that they can be mounted on your exterior wall. Keep them from flapping in the breeze, and of course they're all aluminum, so they're waterproof too. I'm going to be getting these up on my website real soon, but $295 is a great price for those. You'll never see them anywhere but right through us.
Still love your hair.
Oh, thanks. You know, I'm really getting used to it. And my hair is getting longer and shaggier the more I COVID cut it. Last but not least, folks, the pearls of wisdom. And today's pearls come from...
And Queenie, what are those special wisdom words?
These are from George Burns. He was a funny guy. He said, in the old days, the greatest painkiller was ice. It wasn't addictive, and it was particularly effective when whiskey was poured over it. Good one. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Be safe, be well. Cheers. Bye-bye.